Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing some of my staple faux floral stems that I love to decorate with for the spring and summer months. I have a lot of go-tos that I use each and every year. I like to start off neutral for early spring and then bring in pops of color, but I know so many of you just love to come right out of the winter gate and bring out those bolder floral stems, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. Everyone has their own personal preference with these things, and you can just have fun with it. It's a way of expressing yourself within your home. My little helper is in her swing right now. She's just chatting away, so you'll hear her here and there. But I'm excited to share with you guys some of my favorite stems, and then I'll put some clips of how I've styled them in the past as well, so that you can see them in a realistic setting of them being styled rather than a singular stem. But let's get right into it. So easily one of my go-to favorite floral stems for the early spring season, but really they're great all year round, are these magnolia stems. These are from Michaels. I have had mine now for probably 4 years and they still look great. They have a really pretty bud detail. That's something that I really like to pay attention to when it comes to stems, is giving them a more realistic look, having little buds, having big florals, smaller ones. Pay attention to the detailing on the faux branches as well. All those things can really help you create an arrangement that looks that much more realistic. Now, if you like to do real florals, go for it. I'm allergic, so that is why faux is my friend. And it's also one of those things that if I'm investing in the faux stem, I can use it year after year after year. Real florals add up, these add up. Let's be real, everything adds up now. But I love these. Now I really love to use them for my early spring decorating. I have them styled on our entryway table, our coffee table. They're in my bedroom, layered in with some twig branches from Michaels as well. You can easily layer them in with magnolia leaf stems too, if you have those. But these ones are so pretty. Michaels always has sales or coupons available, so that way you can save some money when purchasing them as well. But two new to me this year magnolia stems that I got are from Cotton and Crete. And now, while I'm filming this, both of these colors are sold out. I will try my hardest to try to find a different retailer that sells them, but they are these really gorgeous blush magnolia ones, and they do have leaves with them. And I just think they're so pretty. I have them styled on my island, and I just love the impact that it made. I only used 3 of these stems because they are so large. But again, paying attention to the faux branch detail as well. When it comes to large stems like these, I do use electrical tape. I had a casualty with a different vase last year, and it's just not worth it. If you are able to commit to cutting your stems, you absolutely should take some wire cutters and cut them, but I'm not, because I just kind of never know where they're gonna land in a different vessel shape that I might want the height from them. So that's why I tape mine, but these are so pretty, and I love how it has that like ombre. The inside is a little darker than the outside. They are so pretty. Now these are the blush color, and then they also had this brighter pink one too. So if you like a more bold pop of color, these are really pretty. Now, these ones I did locate from this color from another retailer. It's actually the manufacturer, Sullivan's Home Decor. They do have them on their site. They are more expensive than Cotton and Crete, but if you sign up for their welcome emails or something, you can get a discount code, so you can save a little bit of money that way. But same thing, they have that darker inside that's really pretty with the leaf. Again, I only got 3 of these because they are such a large statement floral, but these ones are going to be really great for me when I'm closer to summer decorating. I definitely go in a more neutral direction. I'm really trying to branch out, but still be comfortable with my decorating, if that makes sense, and just push myself a little bit more. It's easy to get stuck doing the same thing that you always do, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I just want to add a little bit more depth variation than I have in the past. And I figured florals are an easy way of integrating a pop of color and look so pretty. And honestly, I could do both of these in the same arrangement to like mute these ones down a little bit. If you are gonna layer different colors of the same stem or different ones, just make sure that you are integrating them, like weaving them almost within each other, so that way you don't just have a bold blush on one side, white on the other. Make sure they're kind of mixed the way that they would be out and about, but these ones are so gorgeous. Another stem that I love to decorate with for the spring season are hydrangeas. Now these ones are from Hobby Lobby. These again are a huge statement stem. I've layered these with these twisted twig branches that are also from Hobby Lobby too, to just create a little bit more fullness, add some more texture. But these ones are so pretty. I will say they have a very sparse stem, so like certain parts of it will look good and then it just turns into this perfectly straight kind of branch look. But I do like to layer these with multiple stems. Some of the bigger statement ones, like those magnolia ones I last shared, you can get away with just putting one because they're so full. This one needs the help of additional stems, personally, in my opinion. But again, I do like to sometimes add in those twisted twig branches as well to create more fullness in my arrangement. Last year I styled them on our entryway. I think I used 3 of the hydrangea stems and 2 of the twig. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head, but these are so pretty and they have just the slightest hue of green. So it has that very fresh growing type of look to it that's really pretty. But there are so many different retailers that have hydrangea stems available. Hobby Lobby has a bunch of different variations of hydrangea ones. I just like that these have different length stems, sizes of the heads of them. But I did see At Home has some Real Touch ones in a blue, lilac, light pink, I believe white as well. I have not seen them in person, so I cannot actually attest to the quality of them, but if you have an At Home store near you, it might be worth a drive to take a look at them in person. Our Binky is back in our mouth, and we are happy once again. Another stem that I love to use for spring and summer are the Cosmos from Hobby Lobby. These are really great for both large and smaller tabletop arrangements because the stem itself is so easily bendable. You don't have to cut it, you can if you want, but it's super easy to bend it down to fit in a shorter container for a coffee table arrangement under a kitchen cabinet. And they have so many different colors of these too. I do have every single color of these. They have white, off-white, mauve, and pink color, blush. I can't remember the exact names that they use for them, but I like to put both colors in together. So I'll put like the blush and the mauve together to create some more depth and variation within the arrangement. These are great if you want a more whimsical look to style them on their own. For coffee table arrangements, I like to layer them with the asparagus bush from Hobby Lobby to create more fullness, so that way you're not just staring at stems in the pot if you have one that's more of an open container. And again, more fullness to it. You don't need to use quite as many. You can let there just be a few of these stems for a pop of color rather than having to use 8 or 9 to create that fullness for you. But these are really pretty, and if you're going to use them in a larger arrangement, I have these lawn leaf eucalyptus stems that are older from Kirklands, and I've layered them with these before in the past as well, and it's really pretty. But these are great, super budget friendly. And another Hobby Lobby stem that is super whimsical are these Wildflower ones. Now these ones need to have a lot of stems and a layering element, personally, in my opinion. So again, using that long leaf eucalyptus already makes that stem look that much better. But you do need to have quite a few of these to make a statement and make it look nice, in my opinion. I have also before, I think it was last year, I took one of these and cut the individual stems for smaller pieces to create my own coffee table arrangement. I actually styled it on a tray next to our sink with the asparagus bush that I was just talking about from Hobby Lobby as well, to just have a slight little delicate detail of these. But these look really nice if you have to do multiple arrangements in the same room, but don't want them to be exactly the same. These are a great option to style with the hydrangea stems from Hobby Lobby, because they also are that like cream light green hued color tone. But these ones are super pretty. Now these next stems were a bit of an investment. I purchased them last year from Prestige Botanicals, and they are these Real Touch lilac stems. They are so pretty. I love that they did a darker branch to them. Even though it doesn't have much texture on it, it does make it look that much more realistic when you get a glimpse of the brown rather than like a bright Kelly green or something. But they had these really pretty white ones. They also had these like dusty blue purple that I love and have not seen another retailer have, and I thought they were so pretty. And they did also have these more like magenta looking ones. They're showing up more magenta on camera than they actually are. They're more of a middle ground purple kind of color, but I had them styled all together in a bunch to get that like color variance that some of the hydrangeas will have. These are lilacs, but you know what I'm trying to say. But they are so pretty. These are another one of those things too, for just a general size, not even an oversized arrangement, you need quite a few stems. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 of them here. And that can add up pretty quick. I know Hobby Lobby does have some, but they're not Real Touch, and I've seen them in person, and they are not my favorite personally. If you love them, that's totally fine. Go for it. I get really picky about my florals. I want you to have to get up on top of them to see that they're not real, is just the stance that I take. But At Home also has Real Touch ones available this year. Again, I have not seen them in person. I cannot attest to the quality of them, but definitely take a look if you have a store near you, because they are more budget friendly than these ones. These ones are gorgeous though, but sometimes you got to see if there's a dupe that's as comparable, and occasionally even better. Bless you. Now, if you're looking for something that is like a softer approach decorating for the season, these cherry blossom stems from Michaels are really pretty. I like to do these in the early spring, just starting to decorate for spring. I feel like spring and summer is really long here in North Carolina. Some people up north, you're still getting snow in May. I lived there before. I understand. Here, it'll be 70 degrees one day, then it's 40 the next, and you're kind of ping-ponging everywhere. So sometimes I just am not quite ready to dive into full floral arrangements because the season is so long. So these are a really great option. Michaels has a ton of cherry blossom stems. These ones are nice and dainty. They do have some in a cream and a peach that are a Real Touch that are really pretty. I almost grabbed some last year, but I have a lot of florals in case you guys have not noticed any other time in the past. But these are really pretty, just styling about 3 of them in a vase for a really simplistic look. But last year from At Home, I actually purchased these really pretty Real Touch pink ones. I got them on sale during the summer. I want to say they were like 50% off or something. Always look for things out of season or at the end of the season. You can find some really, really good deals on stuff. And for faux florals, they're going to be exactly the same next year. So why not save some money? But these ones are really pretty. I do not know if they have brought this particular stem back. I will take a look before uploading and see if I can find them. And if I can't, I'll link something similar. Anything in today's video that I can link, I will for you guys, but not everything can be because I've had it for quite some time now, or it's out of stock. You guys know how it goes. But these are really pretty, and I just did a very big statement moment in my Antonia vase on our kitchen island last year of just flooding it with these, and it was so pretty. And I love that they have little leaves throughout the whole thing. The stem also has some texture to it as well, so it actually gives it a more realistic look. But these are really pretty and are a great option, like the lighter pinks, if you are a neutral loving gal like myself but want to just test the waters on color just a skosh. All right, so we only have a couple of different types left now. Another one that I love to decorate with are peony stems. And I like to do, again, the buds with the full florals as well. I have these ones. I got them from an Etsy shop years ago now. They did have them on A Floral as well. The Etsy shop is House Floral. They have their own website as well, and they definitely have really, really good pricing when it comes to their faux stems. But I love to layer these with other peony stems too. Now, both of these are from other retailers, or these ones were older from Target, so I can't link them. Anything, again, that I can find or something similar, it will be in the video description. But I love to find the buds with the full, like, try to say that 5 times fast. Faux, I can't even say it. I'm trying to say too many things at the same time. But I love to layer in different types of the same stem together to create more variation within my arrangements. I love how this one's a little off-white with the pink elements in it. This one's a stark white, but when you're layering it in with the other ones, you don't see that quite as much. And I like to layer it with eucalyptus stems to create some fullness. I have the blackberry stems from A Floral that I love to layer them with as well. I did not bring those down because I cannot find them anywhere anymore, and I don't want to make you guys sad that you can't get them. So that's why they didn't make an appearance, but I love to decorate with peonies, especially during the summer months. That's kind of like where my mind goes for those particular florals. But I also love to style rose stems as well. I have these little teacup ones. These are older from Target. And I've layered these with some seeded eucalyptus stems for a coffee table arrangement. And I just like how dainty these look. Michael's has some really similar ones to these that I will have linked. And then I also found these really pretty pink ones with, again, the full floral and the bud stem. They were from Home Goods last year. Home Goods has really great stems as well. They normally sell them in bunches of like 3 or 5, depending on the stem itself. But I got some pillows from Home Goods last year that these perfectly match. And I styled them in our master bedroom all together. And it was just such a moment, and I loved it. And I will probably do that again because I'm obsessed with it. But these ones are a really bold statement. They are a Real Touch. At Home had some really amazing Real Touch roses last year. So if you can't find them at Home Goods, maybe take a trip and check out your local At Home store for some stems as well. So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope you enjoyed going through my spring and summer florals with me. and got some ideas for what you can incorporate in your own homes as well. Be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite stems were in today's video. I don't play favorites. I do have preferences, but I don't play favorites when it comes to my florals. And I like to swap things out here and there throughout the season as well to give some fresh new life to a space. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you as always for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye!